Hello. Hello, everybody. I'm just trying to wait for a couple of people to come on before I get started. And tonight, I just really want to talk about, the holidays are getting ready to come up. And so I really want to talk about how to build your client list. I remember when I first started out right after beauty school, I was working a job and coming out of beauty school, leaving my job and to started doing clients full time was a really scary time for me. But even during that time, I had a lot of hiccups, and that's basically what I come on to talk to you all about because I had been seeing a lot of people asking, how do you build your client list? And so that's why I want to come on today to help you build your clientele because it can be a bit scary, especially coming right out of cosmetology school, or even if you have been doing this for a while, but yet, it seemed like it slowed down, especially after the pandemic. Business slowed down a lot. But I want to show you or just give you some tips on some better ways on how to build your client list back up. And I do have a free ebook that I'll be more than willing to download for you all if you don't already have it, but it's called Overlooked to Overbooked, and I do want to make that available to you all. So yeah, come on in, everybody. Say hi as you come in. I want to know who's watching me and how I can better serve you. Okay. And so, my name is Rhonda Jackson. For those of you that may not know me, my name is Rhonda. I've been in the cosmetology industry for well over about 30 years. But I remember the day after leaving out of cosmetology school, I remember that day like yesterday. So scared and not knowing if I was coming or going. And I even forgot where I parked my car. And the school had parking right behind the building. But I just had so many things going on in my head that I couldn't even think of where my car was parked because I had so many questions like, where am I going to work? Am I going to leave my job? What salon am I going to work at? What kind of salon am I going to work in? And so I really want to be that bridge for you leaving cosmetology school and starting to set yourself up for success. And so I want to be that bridge so that you won't have all that confusion and all those different questions in your head like I did, right? So and again, some of us, I started cosmetology school pretty late in age. I was working a job, so I was accustomed to making a certain amount of money already. I was in a professional field, making a lot of money. And then I decided to leave the job alone and start doing hair. And even doing that, I had to learn how to bring those corporate strategies into the salon settings in order to build a clientele, in order to even take care of myself, right? So I really want to tell you, give you a lot of different ways that you can build your clientele. Is it easy? Mm, If you have a great personality and you don't mind meeting strangers, it can be very easy. But then it can be a bit difficult when you are more of an introvert type person and you don't really like talking to a lot of people. So I see my screen is kind of freezing here and there, okay? But but the first thing I want to talk to you about in building a clientele is the main thing. This one thing that you got to get together, no matter you're extrovert, introvert, you've been doing hair for years, you just started doing hair. Or, and when I say building a clientele, this could be for makeup, for massage therapists, esthetician, anybody in the salon business. I want to tell you this is the main thing. And really, this could be for business anywhere, doing anything, not just in the salon, but being in the salon industry. This is more personalized type thing that you want to do because we're so close together and we're working with people so closely. And so and that's, my main focus as well. And so there's one thing that I do want you to know in building a clientele successfully and keeping clients happy. I've been doing hair, like I said, over 25 years, and I can tell you, most 90% of my clients that I've had over the years, even if I'm no longer servicing them, they're still referring people to me, and they're referring people to me, and they know that they have an open door to call me and talk to me, even after all these years. And I'm going to tell you why, though, because you're giving them something that is not so easily accessible. Because and yourself when you go to different businesses that this one thing is not always available, nor is it prevalent to in these different businesses. And so that one thing that you want to do to be able to build your clientele, successful clientele, is providing excellent customer service. Wow, right? You would think, oh, that's nothing. But you know what? People will come back for the experience. You don't even have to be the best hairstylist. You don't have to be the best esthetician, the nail technician. You don't have to be the best massage therapist. But when you provide excellent customer service, people come back for that. And I even heard this one lady put it like this. She said, she loves an A grade stylist, but she said that she'll take a C grade stylist that would give her, that would meet her needs over the A grade stylist that not really even caring about her. And so when you provide excellent customer service, that goes a long way. And people remember that. They remember that experience. I had a client, I was in Bolingbrook at one time, and I had a client. Now, I'm going to date myself a little, but it's okay. But I used to wrap her hair. All she got was a relaxer, and then she'd come in every 2 weeks just to get her hair, shampooed and wrapped. You wrap the hair in the fourth section, you wrap, and then they sit under the dryer for about 45 minutes or so. You comb it down and you just flat iron it. A very easy service. That was like one of the easiest service ever. You could even mess that up coming out of hair school. And I was afraid when I left Bolingbrook to go back to Joliet to do hair. I was afraid that this client was not going to follow me because, Bolingbrook to Joliet, that was an additional, say, 25, 30 minutes of her time getting to the salon for this easy service that I thought, that she probably would not follow me. Needless to say, she did. She came to Joliet because she said she went to two other salons in Bolingbrook during that time. She went to two other salons and she said they could not match the service that she was getting. And so she was willing to drive 25 to 30 minutes longer just so that she could get that type of service that we was offering at that time. Okay. And so giving customer service, I mean, doing customer service and being excellent at it, it goes a long way. People remember it. And people, they look for it even when they go to different places. They still look for a certain standard. They look for that good customer service. Okay. And so when you're trying to build your clientele, the one thing, that one edge that you will have over everybody else in your industry is the experience that your clients get when they come sit in your space. or lay in your face if you're doing eyelashes, massages, or what have you. But this is the one thing that customers look for more than anything. And and it can be simple things like greeting them at the door as they come in, and greeting them by name. And then if you can remember, even take notes so that you can greet them by their name and say, "Oh, so how's your," and you naming their husband or their child by name, and then you're able to even keep up with the conversation that you had 2 weeks ago, and they'll feel special because now they feel like, wow, she remembers that, she really do care. And so you got to make sure that you're keeping up with the different things that's going on with different clients. Do I remember all the clients and everything? No, but you know what? When you're honest and you're precise, you'll say now, and I tell them, because I have a lot of clients, and different clients go on vacation. And they go in different places. I don't really remember where each client goes, but if you make a conscious effort to write it down, I was like, okay, Janet went to Barbados, okay, and so then somebody else, okay, they're celebrating their anniversary, and you just start making a conscious effort and remembering. So, how was your anniversary? And you bring that back up. They almost turn around in their chair to look at you like, wow. And then they'll start in the conversation with you because now you're creating a connection with them. Okay. And so you want to always exceed the customer's expectation. That's number one in building your clientele, going from overlooked to overbooked, providing excellent customer service, exceed their expectation. Whatever you think a customer needs, do more. One thing that I notice now where I am in the salon that I'm in now, it's right there by a window, and it's cooler by the window. It's starting to get cooler outside. And so one thing I'm looking into is a towel warmer so that when the customers come in, you putting a warm towel on their neck and then draping them. What? It's gonna knock their socks off when they feel that. And then you always have warm hot chocolate, coffee, water, whatever the client want, you should be able to provide that for them. And that's how you're exceeding their expectation. And then their client's going to continue to reschedule. You should have a standing clientele to where people, every 2 weeks, you have the same people coming in. Every 4 weeks, the same person comes in. And so when you start doing things like that, then they're booking their appointments ahead of time. And to where you probably will only have certain appointments that you can use to fill in for other clients. Okay. Now, one thing you got to remember is this. I did a live a while ago, but it's called bread and butter and candy money. And the bread and butter is the client that comes in. That's what feeds me. They come in every week, every 2 weeks, once every 4 weeks, every 6 weeks, however it is, but they're consistent with their appointments. I call the candy money by people like, oh, they're the party. Can you do my hair? And they're not that consistent. That's more candy money. But they're the gap fillers in your schedule. If you want to come in a little earlier to make a little extra money, fine. You want to stay a little later, make extra money, fine. But you use that for the gap fillers, for the candy money. But what you do need in order to be overlooked, to overbook, you do need that bread and butter. You need those clients that's going to reschedule their appointment and make sure that your book is full from week to week. Okay. Okay. I see people on here, but nobody is commenting yet. I don't believe so. I don't even know who I'm talking to. And so, but I do want to know, what are some of the things that you think will provide, that you need to do to provide excellent customer service? What's some of the things that you do in your salon or in your space that provides excellent customer service that continue to make those clients continue to come back again and again? Thank you, Mr. Jackson. So another thing you want to do, you make sure you're prompt, make sure you're there on time. Don't have your clients sitting there waiting, because when you have clients sitting there waiting, now you you're giving them time to just sit there and not even depend on you being there, and you don't know what that client has to do that day. And so you got to make sure that you're there for them, and you're sitting there waiting for them. They shouldn't be waiting for you. You should be waiting for them. To be honest with you, me and my clients, we kind of know each other's schedules, and so we really kind of somewhat arrive around the same time. If I beat them, I'm beating them by like 5 minutes or so. But for the most part, you want to be there. Your clients should be able to always depend on you being there. Okay. And so that's another thing when you're providing excellent customer service. That's another thing that's exceeding their expectation. Always surprise clients with some of the things you can do for new clients. And surprise them with a follow up note saying thank you, that you really enjoyed them coming by, and that you thank them for coming by, and you hope to see them again soon. But when you follow up with them, then they'll even be more apt to schedule their next appointment with you as well. Okay, I hope this is helping somebody to build their clientele to because it was so many comments about people not having enough clients, and they want to go and get another job, or they want to do something else to get another income, when all you have to do really is provide the excellent customer service, and just pay attention to the clients that you have on hand. And there's so many different ways that you can build your business just with the clients that you have. Like even in retailing, when you retail your products, you're not sending them to the beauty supply store, but you have the things that they have need of, so that you already have it on hand, and you're able to make more money like that. And so you want to be a one-stop shop for your customers, so that they don't have to worry about anything. They don't have to worry about, if they need hair extension, provide them with hair extension and charge them for it. Whatever you send them to the beauty supply store for, those are the things that you should have available for them. And that's how you build your ticket in order to make more money. Okay. And so another thing I wanted to talk to you all about, I hope I'm helping someone. Um, and I don't know if my girls was able to get on from the group or not. So if anybody's here from the Rich Girls Don't Cry group, then come on to the comments and let me know that you're on from the group. And so that I would know that I'm helping you all, because this is basically geared toward the salon professionals in the group, where we talking about going from overlooked to overbooked. And you can do that even within 90 days. You can go from overlooked to overbooked. And it's just so many different things that you can do, the small things that you don't even have to come out your comfort zone to do, to go from overlooked to overbooked. But this here, what I'm talking about now, providing excellent customer service, that's number one. That's always number one. I still see people that I used to do. I'll see them on the street, even now at a store somewhere, and we hug, because they still remember that experience. They still refer people to me. So you got to make sure that you're giving people something that they will remember from here to eternity, really. And I even named my salon. I renamed my salon, and the hashtag is the experience, because it's something that you're going to experience. It's something that you're going to remember once you come into my setting. Okay. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to talk about. This is something where yeah, this is something that is really important, and it's kind of scary, but what you got to do is listen to this. It's how to raise your prices. That's another way that you can build your ticket, and that you're able to make more money in your space, on how to raise your prices. And but think about this. If you're in a really nice salon environment, and everything about your environment is nice, it's classy, it's professional, it's clean, you can raise your prices. You know why? Because more than likely, where you are now, it costs more for rent. It costs more for you to maintain it. When serving water, you serving hot chocolate, coffee, what have you. All those things cost. You putting warm towels on them. All those things cost. So it's costing you, right? And so but you're be able to name your ticket because of the type of services that you're offering. And so therefore you can raise your prices. How do you raise your prices? Good question. You don't just go and, raise your prices 10, 20, $30 on all services all at one time. One time a customer comes in and they're paying, $85 for a silk press. Then the next time they come, you're charging 150. You're going to lose that client. I don't care how good of excellent customer service you're giving. But what you have to do, you have to gradually increase your prices. But even before you do that, let me back up. Even before you do that, you want to let the customers know. I don't put a sign up saying I'm raising my prices. No, I talk to my customers personally, and then I don't give them an excuse why I'm raising it. But if you want, you should always let customers know. January 2024, yeah, I'm going up on my prices. And I'm only going up, 3% on each item. Or if they're getting a silk press, say I'm going up, $10 on your silk press. And you have to, because of the type of service you're getting, and you're giving them, 30, 60 days advance notice that you are raising your prices, then more than likely, it's going to be more pliable to them, and they will understand that you are going up. If you want to explain why, sure, you can. But to be honest with you, all prices are going up everywhere. Everybody is, talking about, how expensive everything is. Going to the grocery store, you know, everything is expensive. Gas is expensive. Even your products that you're using, when you're using professional products, they're expensive. Everything is, the price is being raised across the board, period. And so what you want to do is make sure that you're not cheating yourself. And you're cheating yourself if you're keeping the same price that you had. Hi, Tila. Yes, you're cheating yourself if you having the same price that you had last year or the year before that. You're cheating yourself because now and you think about it. If you really want to get technical with it, your clients, they're getting a raise on their jobs. They're not working for the same amount of money they were working for a year or two ago. And so you don't want to be cheating yourself. You want to raise too, right? And so you got to make sure that you are raising your prices, like I said, not all at one time, and not, don't go and raise your prices tomorrow because you will lose clients. But you do want to make sure that you're gradually raising your prices, even if you just do $5 on different items. And then, but let them know in advance that you are raising your price. You have to raise your price, or you may as well just do it for free. I remember when I first started doing hair, I think my shampoo styles were $35. Imagine if I was still doing a shampoo style for $35. But see, that was then, and I was doing a lot more clients than I'm doing now. And so, that wouldn't even work with me for me at all. So now you got to see what prices are the going prices in the area in which you're working in. Even if you want to call around ask salons, how much are you charging for a silk press? What about a blowout? Call them and see, what their prices are like. And then, you make your prices comparable to that. But you got to make sure that you are raising your prices. You got to make sure that you're giving yourself a raise. Know your worth. You know you're good. You know you're offering excellent customer service. You know that they cannot go anywhere else and get the type of services or the style that you're offering. So why aren't you charging for it? You got to know your word and continue to go to classes and continue in education classes. And when you continue to go to these classes, you can raise your prices. Why? Because you're investing in your gift. You're investing in yourself. So that means that you know even more than you did the previous year. And you need to charge for it. Okay? And also, remember that even like I'm a colorist. I color hair. I can color anybody's hair any color. But they pay for that. Every time you have a certain amount of color that you use for a touch up, a color touch up. If you have to use more than a 3 inches for the color touch up, you have to color more than 3 inches. Now that's a price for a full color. And so every time you have to fill up that color bowl, then that's another full a price for a full color. But you had a consultation, you let them know, well, you know what, you have a lot of new growth here. And so, and I know I'm going to use more color than I'm accustomed to using for a touch up. So this is going to be your price. Don't be afraid to tell people what you charge. And some people may not like it. Some people may want to go somewhere else, but let them. You cannot make anybody stay with you or come to you. Let them go, but you best to believe can color with blinders on. Thank you, Tracy. You right. But you best to believe they go somewhere and get that color, then they're gonna have to come back to you for a color correction. I had a client, we kept her hair like a really pretty brown. She went somewhere else and they colored her hair black. It took forever to get black out of her head. And she was a fair skinned lady. Some fair skinned people can pull black off. They can, and it's okay. They look good with it. But you know what? It doesn't matter your skin color as much as it does the tone, because you can be any color, but that color has to match your skin tone. And she didn't look good with that black, and it just made her look like the Walking Dead almost. And so we had to continue to strip that black off and continue to put the brown in until we had her hair a sandy brown again. But it costs. So if your customers, if they don't mind going through that and having to pay for, to go and get this off-brand color, or to somebody else that probably don't know color as well, then they would end up paying for it. They end up coming back to you, and you have to charge them for it. Because now you got to use even more product to get their hair back the way it was. Okay? So yeah, so you got to make sure that you're specializing in something. Tila, I know you're excellent with the dreads, but and then the way you style the dreads, and then the oils that you use, and you're doing different things to their hair. They can't get that anywhere. So when you become a specialist in something, you can name your ticket. You can name your ticket in whatsoever you specializing in. And the reason I say that too is because you have to continue to go get more education for the different things that you're specializing in. I just went to a color class. Now, mind you, didn't I say I've been doing hair over 25 years? And I used to be a platform artist. I was with Dudley as a platform artist, but I still went to a color class, probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago, because things are ever evolving and you got to move with it. So, whatever you're specializing in, you got to make sure that you're keeping up with that. Because, the color probably not changing too much, but what is changing is the technique. And so what used to take, an hour, people used to sit in the salon for an hour to let their color process. But you don't have to do that anymore. They'll tell you to go under the steamer with the color, or go under some heat with the color. And now it takes 20 minutes instead of an hour. And so you have to continue to keep up with the different techniques in the industry. And there's so many different things that's coming up now, that's making the services even faster. But you got to make sure that you're keeping up with it, and so that when whatever you charge, they know that it's worth it. They know that you're worth it. And then they will, to be honest, I got a young lady, I don't know where she lived, and I told her where I was doing hair in Crest Hill, and she said, "Oh, I don't care. I don't care. That don't mean anything to me." She's coming this week, and I think it's gonna take her over an hour to get to me, Because people, when you're good at something, you specialize in something, people hear about it, other people referring you, even those clients that haven't come to you in, 5, 10, 15 years, they still referring you. And so people, if they are willing to travel as far as they need to get to you. And so you got to know that you're worth it. You got to know that your prices is what you charge because of the type of products that you use. Because when you're using high grade product and you offering excellent customer service, people are going to come to you and they're going to continue to come to you because they know what they're going to get when they come to you. Okay? So yes, you are. I just want to come on this live just to talk to the salon professionals because you are. I want to give you everything that I missed out on, and it's so much that I missed out on. I didn't even know I missed it until I was in the industry, 10, 15 years already. But I have so much information that I'm ready to share with you all so that you don't miss the things that I miss. And I want to make sure that you're getting it all, that you're making the money that you need to make. And I have a coaching group called Rich Girls Don't Cry. And in that coaching group, Rich Girls Don't Cry, I'm showing you how to make money, how to save money, and how to invest money. And the reason I say make money, because you need to make some money so that you can see how you can save the money. And then once you save the money, you want to know how you can invest the money to where you can eventually start investing it and building up a nest egg to where you can retire your chair, depending on your age, you can retire your chair a millionaire. And I do have some other people that's going to come on with me. I have a financial advisor and I have a tax strategist that's going to come on with me. And together we're going to show you how to make money, how to save money, how okay, it came back on. But until we start the master class, and then once we start the master classes, you're going to see that these professional individuals is going to come on, and they're not holding back. You all, we have so much information, and the information they have. I guarantee you that by the end of these sessions, that you will be making more money in your industry, you will be saving more money, and you will be investing more money. My goal is to create millionaires to where you don't necessarily work inside of a salon uh, building anymore, but you're owning your own building and you're renting out that building, you're renting out that space. But I'm going to let the professionals talk to you about that, okay? So that's all I have for you today. Again, my name is Rhonda Jackson. If you're interested in the free download, going from overlooked to overbooked, just shoot me an inbox or put it in the comments and I'll make sure I get it in your hand. Also, we do have a master class coming up free of charge, and that's going to be October 30th. 31st and November 1st. And it's a free master class. And we're going to be sharing a lot of different things with you for your industry and how you can, make the money that you need to make, save the money, and invest money. Okay. So that's it, you all. Again, my name is Rhonda Jackson, and I will be on live again tomorrow at 7. And we're going to talk about, because I really got to get this money in your hand. So we're going to continue to talk about different strategies and different ways that you can make money, make more money. Okay? So I talk to you all later tomorrow at 7 p.m. Take care. Hey, make sure you like and share this live, okay? Bye-bye.